from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, welcome to this game. Jake Moody going to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Come on.
Right to the air to open this one up. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. Now they'll set up to throw. Flush to his left, and he will take it in and tack on the 2 points to make it 8-0.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now, faking the give. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. The more times than not, he's going to run under it, but in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Flush to his right. Now he'll run it.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. That's caught. It's Dylan Sampson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his 1st target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Rolling right. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll look to throw again. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. Back to the air one more time. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit.
And he's in. Dylan Sampson. Touchdown, San Francisco.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play call just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set. Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the 43, here's second down and 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Out to his right. Now he'll run.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Ready, ready.
He'll try and run it here. It's Aiken. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. He gets 5 and needed only a yard.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the first down anyway.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
From the 46, here's second and 6. Now this time they'll look to throw. He's into space past the 25. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. It is a big gain for Arizona. It's a gain of 34. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guy?
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is second TD catch of the season.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
He fields it at the 8. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense. You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
He'll slip this one out wide to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it, and he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready.
Here's a toss, right side. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is 1st and goal. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going short game.
And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss. Now from a yard farther back, it's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Arizona. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Here's Hardy now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll find his rookie wide out from Notre Dame. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
Mustang 19. Ready.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That'll be taken in by Sampson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. Well short of the first down mark.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin here on the ground. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming down.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. Now, how about this? It's a fake. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
I just can't wrap my head around that decision, Mike. I mean, think about it this way. If you want to go for 2, by bringing your extra point unit on, you have to snap the ball from the 15. If you keep your offense on the field to go for 2, you get to snap the ball from the 2-yard line.
They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Cowboys!
First down 10 at the 41-yard line.
Don't be lying.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Escaping to his left. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over here just past the 30.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready.
Look ahead with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain. He'll try again here. Second and 10. On the run to the right. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
The Cardinals.
A 19-yard pickup there. It's good for a Cardinals first down. They'll stay on the ground. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Algier on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
23-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? They'll try to set up the screen here. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Cardinals going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40.
Ready? 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Moving outside the pocket, off he goes. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Ready? Go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Niners first down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. so they got it inside the 15. A big-time play for the Niners. 35 yards. Here's 1st and 10.
Get up. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Come on, come on. Hit. Ready.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
70.
Now, faking the give. He's got it inside the 5. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
On the ready. Viking 18.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is caught. Touchdown. 49ers.
Yeah, this is not a big surprise here, Mike. You're down big. It's the 4th quarter. You have no choice but to go for it here on 4th down, maintain possession, and they were able to come through.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get the 2-point conversion there. So bring it down to a 14-point deficit.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
The drive will start on the ground, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
That pass play good for 22. It's an Arizona 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Up the middle they go. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He's brought down at
3rd down. 3 to go.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Back to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Now it is 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
quickly to the outside and completes.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ball at the 3, second down and goal.
60 Vikings, 60, 18, Pioneer.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Niners are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, that ball was thrown. Me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Exiting the pocket right. He keeps it himself, and he won't try to risk much more. Sliding down a gain of 3. From 23, here's second down and 7.
Left, Jeanette. Let's go.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
Ready, break. Let's go now. Let's go.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them the curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's second and 9. Now give up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A 1-yard pickup brings up third and 8.
On the set.
They need 8 as they come up for third down.
60 Eagles, 6.
And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the third quarter has come to an end. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal.
38-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
They're on 29-yard line.
Hold it ready. Warriors, 17. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air again on second and 10. Forced out wide. He's going to look for the home run ball. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. That is a big gain for the 49ers. 41 yards. Set to go now on first and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy in. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
2nd and 10.
Come on, come on. Dragon 60, Viking 18.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. His throw here is complete. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go.
Right back to him on 1st down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up 1st down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? Pretty obvious they're just trying to catch the defense off guard. Everyone's thinking 3rd and long, that's a passing down, and we're going to sneak a run in. So give credit to this defense. They were well prepared for both run and pass, and they don't fall for it.
And this one's going to be down inside the 20-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Go. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Now he takes off. And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of a 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
Ready, set.
They'll come up now for second down.
Let's go. 18, Pioneer. 70 Lions. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short game, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Here we go. Set. 19, 60.
They'll run here. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
Yeah, he didn't get it by a whole lot, but that's a really nice job up front, giving him just enough of a crease that he can push his way forward and pick up the first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Going up top. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well, it's no secret what's happening here, Mike. They need points, and they need points quick. The best way to get them is through the deep ball, because obviously the defense is prepared for it. So, again, they're going to continue to play deep, force you to throw the ball underneath, and make you go the long way.
Back to the air once more on second down. Again, working deep downfield. And this will be incomplete.
At this stage of the game, Mike, you have to find that balance defensively between playing prevent and making sure that ball does not get thrown over my head. But how often do we see defenses just give so much space, so much green grass, that the offense finds a way to move down the field quickly regardless? So just continue to mix up coverages, but do not let...
That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6. I don't mind the play call. There's something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready.
Right back to the air following that pick 6. Moving to his right. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 53 yards.
It's a gain of 53 yards. First down, 49ers.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's going to run it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
And the pressure too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, You have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Here's first down.
Dixie Maverick. Dixie, go.
He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Ready. Stop Cougar 19.
He'll drop to throw. That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. This one is about done. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their two.